All right. Well, hi, guys. I'm Sam Williams, just to remind everyone again, and welcome to the fourth part of our presentation. So just to kind of start off, you guys can probably see my fun background behind me. I chose that because if you noticed in our earlier presentations, each of us kind of had a different reality TV show theme. So for my theme, I chose Shark Tank, just kind of based off the premise of the show where you have different entrepreneurs and creators who want the sharks or the investors to invest in the products that they're selling and their different ideas. And I chose that because when we're doing pre and post interview prep, which is what my section will cover, you're wanting that employer to buy into the skills and the attributes that you have to offer them to pay you and to buy into what you're selling them, your skills. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Just to kind of run through the presentation. So at first, we're going to talk about all the pre-skills and pre-preparation to do before the interview. Then we're going to do a short activity. And so how the activities will work today is I'm going to give you an allotted amount of time to do that activity. Then you'll just pause this recording, set yourself a timer at home. Then you'll go ahead and do that activity. Then you'll just come back in, unpause the presentation, and continue. So there's going to be two activities today, one in the pre part and one in the post. So in that post section, you'll do the same thing again, just pause the recording, set yourself a timer, complete the activity, then just come back in and do that. And all the activities, instructions, and different pieces of them will be posted in the discussion thread below my recording. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So just to jump right in, so some of the pre-prep skills to have for going into an interview. So the first one is going to be punctuality, or arriving on time. It's kind of a general rule of thumb, just to arrive about 10 to 15 minutes early to your presentation, or excuse me, to your interview. That just allows time for traffic, time for you to get a drink, go to the restroom, to check in, and to introduce yourself either to the receptionist or the secretary present. That's just kind of a way to go ahead and start your interview off on a good note, introducing yourself to them, because you might end up working there, and having a good impression on them can go a long way later on. So checking in and all that, 10 to 15 minutes early. Kind of going hand in hand with that is what to do with your cell phone. I personally believe it's best to just leave your phone in the car. That way you're not going to want to look at it, play on it. There's no chance of it buzzing and going off or falling out of your pocket or purse, is my personal opinion. However, if you do feel like you need to bring your phone into the building, it's best to just have it completely off, not just on airplane mode, excuse me, or on do not disturb, just in any weird case that technology might mess up, as it has for me when making this video. So it's best just to leave it completely off in the car, excuse me, or completely off in your pocket. So now that we kind of have the arrival time, some of the materials that you can use and that you will need when you go into an interview is something such as a Padfolio, such as this one. So this one, as you can see, has the Oklahoma State logo on it. It's only $5 in the Student Union at Career Services, and it's a great, sleek way to carry your materials into the interview. So if we want to open it up, there's lots of different tools within it. One of the first things we'll talk about is the notepad, and then there's a place for your pen. Now that's a great thing going into an activity we're going to do here soon, where you can write down different questions you might have about that company, or if you want to take notes during the interview, something that one of the interviewers might say that you want to ask them about later. And it's a great place to put your pen, that way it won't fall out of your pocket or anything. So on the other side of the Padfolio, we're going to have a pocket, and that pocket is where you'll put your resumes and cover letters. Now, it's a great rule of thumb to bring at least 3 to 5 copies of your resume and cover letters, all printed on resume paper, to the interview. Now, resume paper is also available for free on campus. You can get it in the Kasner Fishbowl or in the Student Union at Career Services. Now, it's great to bring additional copies of your resume just in case there are more interviewers present than the one you probably expected that you've been contacting with. But it's also a great tool to have for when the interviewer can have something to follow along with when you're talking about your different skills and attributes, and just another way to remind them of your contact information and all of the different skills and valuable things you bring to their company. So at least have 3 to 5 copies of that printed on resume paper and ready to go in your Padfolio. Now the Padfolio on the bottom here also has a great pocket. I can show it, for business cards. So business cards are another great professional tool you guys can have just to kind of represent yourself well, and once again give out your contact information. So these business cards here, it was $500 for $5, I believe, in the Student Union, once again at Career Services. You can order them online, and just on mine I have my name, my major, and all of my different contact information. And that's something, once again, that you can hand them when you give out your resumes and cover letters. It's just a way, once again, to remind them of your contact information, and it's something small that they can carry with them if they need to contact you later, and it's something easier for them to keep up with. So seeing that those are all the materials and all the small tips that go into the prep of the interview, one of the biggest things you can do, which is what I mentioned with that notepad, is research. Researching the company that you are about to interview with is vital to making sure that you know about the company and that you're going to successfully do the interview. So research, you can find out all different things from their mission statement, their morals, how long they've been in business, different things like that. And it's a way not only for you to understand them better, but for you to, if you have any questions, to write them down and something to talk to them about at the end of the interview. So with that, we're going to do our first activity. So here in a second, you guys are going to pause the video. I'm going to have you guys at home set a timer for 5 minutes, and you'll see 2 lists posted in the discussion thread, and 4 of you are researching one company and 4 are doing another company. So you're going to go to that company's website after you pause this video and just find out a couple of facts about them. Then you're going to kind of come back into the thread, and you're going to post what company you researched, what you learned about them, and why you think that would be valuable in an interview scenario. So if you guys want to go ahead and pause the video right now, and as soon as you come back and unpause it, we're going to go straight into post-preparation of the interview process. So thanks, guys. All right, well, welcome back from the company research activity. I hope you guys enjoyed it and were able to find out some different facts, such as founding year, morals, company culture, mission statement, branches and locations, all different things. And I hope that gives you guys an idea of what are some great questions to go into when you're going into an interview for a possible career. So now that you've done the interview, you're on your way home, and you're going to wait for a couple of days to hear back from the interviewer. Well, a great way and use of your time while you're waiting to hear back from them is to then send them a thank you note. So just like the business cards, the Padfolios, the resume paper, thank you cards are available on campus. I got these for free in the student union. They're orange, and then they're just blank inside. I got a set of 4 of them. It says Higher OSU Grads on the back. And thank you notes are just a great way to personally reach out to them and kind of just go the extra mile and talk to them about the interview, that you enjoyed it, that you look forward to hearing back from them, that you appreciate their time, and to talk about things that you talked about in the interview. That is the most important thing to do in a thank you note, is to remind them that you remember what you talked about in the interview and that you enjoyed it. So the way you're going to start a thank you note is just the same way you would start a professional email to your professor, to an advisor. You're going to start it with a sincere and professional greeting. You're going to go into talking about how you appreciate their time, you enjoyed yourself at the interview, and then kind of just throw in some of the things you guys talked about, like a memorable story or something you talked about yourself that you know that they enjoyed hearing about. And then you're going to close it professionally, once again, like you would an email, and once again, thank them for their time and that you look forward to hearing from them soon. And also go ahead at the bottom when you're signing off, go ahead and include your contact information just one more time. It doesn't hurt, and it's just another way to show them again, once again, that you would like to be contacted and that this is how you can contact me. So thank you notes are a good thing. And also, if you've already been communicating with the company professionally through email, it is okay to send them a professional email. Just as you would write it a thank you note, you can write that in email if you have already been email contacting them. If you haven't, just go ahead and send them a thank you note as an easy way to thank them for their time. Excuse me. So now that we've learned about the post prep of the interview, we're going to do our second and final activity. So once again, posted in the discussion thread below is a scenario. It's short, about a paragraph long, that I've written about an interview scenario and how it went about a particular person. So you guys are, once again, going to click out of this video. You're going to set yourselves a timer at home for 5 minutes just to read that case study, and then you're going to reply to it with how you would write a thank you note if you were that person in that particular position after their interview. So if you guys want to go ahead and pause real quick and set yourselves a timer for 5 minutes, and we will meet back right here. All right, well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the thank you note activity. I hope you got a little fun out of reading it. And I just want to thank you guys once again for watching all of our facilitation workshops, and that you enjoyed it. And I hope you all learned something about professional development during your time here. Thanks, guys.